So LR Trunks comes out on a global version of the game in a few days, so I thought that I would make a showcase video for you guys, and just so you know what he does and how well he performs, and obviously you can decide whether or not you should go for him. And I'm going to be giving my overall opinion on him, but to quickly go over what he actually does, he gives us 3 key to physical types as well as a 90% stat increase, so the same as the other summonable LR so far. The only difference is that it's for physical types, so the leader skill of course works for both hero and villain units. It has a 12 key super attack and an 18 key. His 12 key super attack causes colossal damage and it raises his defense by 30% for 3 turns. And then you have his 18 key super attack, which is the one that causes mega colossal damage and it raises his defense by 30% for 3 turns. So you're probably thinking so far, well, he certainly does a lot of raising his own defense, but this is where things get interesting, and he is currently the only legendary rare that's capable of doing this. So he gets a 120% attack increase, and that seems pretty straightforward so far, but he also has a high chance to perform a critical hit. So essentially he has a built-in crit, and I believe the high chance is around 50% or so. And what that basically means is that he has a 50% chance, potentially even higher, to get a crit from a super attack without any potential system buffs or deeps at all, which is awesome. And of course, because he is a physical type unit, his free ability is additional attack, which means that if you're lucky enough, with that 10% chance, you can get 2 super attacks and both of them could be crit. So Trunks' super attack is burning attack after his 18 key. He uses his ultra super attack shining slash. Maximum super attack level is 20, which increases the super attack multiplier by an additional 30% on top of the super attack 20 boost. 12 key multiplier is 150%, and his 24 key is 200%. And of course, it says here's the high chance in the passive skill for the critical hit is 50%. This mechanic triggers separately from the critical hits from the hidden potential system. But let's go ahead and try out your boy Future Trunks on this Hybrid Saiyan team. I hope you guys are having a great day, as always, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. I can't remember if I said that already or not, but we are taking on the Gogeta event, just because we do have a type advantage against it, and I'm hoping I can get a decent amount of time with this LR Trunks. And one thing that I forgot to mention is that Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyan Man, which is currently present on my team, and he's actually going to end up coming up with the Trunks in a few turns, is his best partner alongside the Gallic God Future Trunks, so, or Rage Trunks, same thing. You know which one I am talking about, the support one. Let's go ahead and try him out in this particular rotation. Of course, you can run Wirus if you want to, but obviously Wirus isn't part of this particular category, so it would be a bit strange to run him, but honestly, one of my favorite units in the game, and I didn't expect him to be one of my favorites by far, has got to be the new Rage Trunks. He's just such a good unit. He's capable of tanking. He is solid defensively as well. The only real downside to him is that he gets stronger as you get less health, which is kind of impossible for this team, just because it's tanky, has a ton of health, and it's just kind of like, well, it doesn't work out to my advantage. But here we go. We have this 18 key super attack here. I'm curious to see how well he performs with a support unit in play as well, and we do have the pan here, so once she comes back round, I will be able to show that off. And one thing that I didn't go over is the link skills. His main attack link is going to be Super Saiyan, and his main key links are going to be Shocking Speed and Prepared for Battle. So he has a very solid link set, and he also has Shattering the Limit, which he is evidently going to share with the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyan Man. And honestly, I mean, it's good that I'm taking on an event where I have a type advantage, but at the same time, I don't want to, like, one-shot every single stage, which is most likely what's going to happen here. So, I will most likely end up taking on the Kid Buu event, but for now, this is, like, the starting point for the showcase. But you have to keep in mind that when it comes to these particular banners, is that they have a ton of featured units, so you could get extremely unlucky and just get all the other featured SSRs instead of the one that you want, which, of course, is LR Trunks. So, unless you are willing to spend, or potentially, let me point that out real quick, unless you're willing to potentially spend a lot of Dragon Stones, I personally wouldn't chase him, because it's hard to say, because as of their banner where they are featured, so Goku Black for example, and of course we have units like LR Trunks, they haven't had their own featured banner again, so this could, even Broly, so this could be your only opportunity to go for him when he's featured. Otherwise, you would have to summon for him on special banners like the Caulifla and the Kale banner, because that's a guaranteed SSR. You have the banners like the double rates ones. There are multiple ones where you do have the potential to get SSRs, even the type banners, but the likeliness of you pulling them is so low that it's just like, it's not even worth it. I would rather, well, me personally, I would much rather go for those banners where they are featured, because it may not necessarily be the highest chance, but it is still your best chance by far. And I personally have had a lot of luck on them. I don't know if I'm going to go for him on the global side of things. I probably will, just for the sake of having him. But if you are free to play, personally, I would say for a Dokkan Fest. But if you're willing to put a decent amount of stones in, yeah, go ahead and try him out. But so far, he has clearly been performing pretty well. And unfortunately, he is currently not at Super Attack 20. Maybe in the future, but even at Super Attack 10, or 11 I should say, he is performing extremely well. He has a decent amount of potential system buffs as well, just to quickly show you guys. And if it loads, there we go. Okay, never mind, he doesn't even have the 2000 attack, but still, even without that, his attack stat is easily over 1 million. And if he manages to pull the crit off with him, he is, of course, going to be hitting even harder. And this is his best possible team, activating the majority of his attack links. And there we go, 1.2 million, not even at Super Attack 20 just yet. And I went over that, over the fact that he gets a attack increase at Super Attack 20, and his 12 key multiplier also increases. Alright, here we go, almost taking out this particular event, and I, of course, am trying to avoid the super attacks here, just so I can try to get as many attacks in with the trunks as I can before we finish this stage off. Let's see. And we are going to avoid the super attacks here. Wait, are we? Yeah, okay, there we go. That is what I'm talking about. So, I mean, it's a blessing in disguise, really, that we, or the Gotenks doesn't share any real key links with Gohan here. But then again, I could get an additional super attack in that. Okay, I'm really glad that that wasn't a super attack. So I haven't been super attacked just yet, but this is going to be hit. Okay, never mind. Oh, of course. I don't know why, but my guy tends to get... Oh, it tends to get so many additional super attacks. So I'm going to try to take on a different stage now. Most likely the Kid Buu stage, just because we do have a type advantage there as well during that last stage. And I'm going to try to be a bit realistic here. Just because everyone may not have the Ultimate Gohan. So I am now going to be running him on a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks team, just to, you know, of course, show him off. The only real difference when it comes to attack between this particular lead and the Hyper Saiyan lead is that Gohan provides an additional 10% to attack, which is a 20% attack increase overall because of the double lead. But the team should perform well. Nonetheless, I suppose we're going to find out, because I haven't used this Trunks on the team for quite a while. But again, in the future, I'm really hoping to get him to Super Attack 20, because it's just kind of weird seeing your LRs there, like Super Attack 14. They are just on such weird numbers. My LR Black, I believe, is at like Super Attack 14, I want to say. And then my LR Trunks, Super Attack 11. Of course, one thing I didn't even mention is that the LR Trunks also has a farmable Super Attack, which isn't... actually, never mind. I was about to say it's not very common for LRs, but I was just thinking about Majin Vegeta in that particular situation. Oh dear. Of course, I don't know what it is, but they just don't really like Vegeta. They're just like, yep, well, you thought he was going to have a farmable Super Attack. Yeah, not going to happen. Of course, this is Trunks before he gets the defensive increase from his own super attack mechanic. And it's very similar to the way that LR Black... Oh my word, okay. He's going in, clearly. So, this particular super attack is around 17 key, 16, 17 key. But it's still hitting for just under 18 million. Just under a million. Of course, once you go up to Mega Colossal Damage, his super attack multiplier does get higher as well. Which is, again, one of the main reasons why he, in fact, hits harder. So that's the first stage taken care of. Now we can move on to the agility stage, and I'm going to end up putting the pan in the last slot. And the super attacks all around. But then again, although I should have saved those for the Trunks, but I still have the purple orbs there, which I think will be enough to give me a super attack. But this same man's pretty good. I do have him at 100% on the global side of things, and for some reason he still doesn't have that awakening, which I'm so... What's with all these super attacks? Well, at least we got the main attack out of the way. Vegeta Blue should be able to tangle the majority of these hits if he even gets attacked, because of the defensive increase that he gets from the pan. And we get another super attack in. And we got another super attack in. Okay. And of course he has the tiniest amount of health left, and that's going to be enough to take him out. Vegito Blue is just so good. Like, he has this multiple super attacks and counters, but the tech one is just still better. Yep, I mean, it would have been a bit of a shocker if they ended up making the, what do you call it? They ended up making the physical one, well, the tech one worse than the physical one. That's, of course, what I'm trying to say there. Can I not move? Okay, well then, I healed up, but apparently I can't move, so that's nice. Apparently, you do have to use a Senzu Bean in that particular situation. Okay, well, getting a super attack here nonetheless. And Vegito should be able to tank these hits. I hope anyway. There we go, double digit damage, no problem for my boy Super Vegito. This, however, will most likely be a problem. Okay, this is where we're going to start to encounter a bit more damage. 122,000, and he lowered my defense. Yep. Greatly lowering my defense, thus not allowing my Vegito to tank as well as he normally would. But if we could get a crit hit with the Trunks, that would be nice. How hard is it going to hit? Okay, there we go, 500k. And that was just a 12 key. Well, technically it was more than 12 key, but you know what I'm trying to say, 12 key super attack. And now we have this. Oh boy. Does this let me move it? Sorry, does it have to be a Senzu Bean or a Dende? It legit has to be a Senzu Bean or a Dende. I feel disgusted. Well, why? Why does it have to be a Senzu Bean or a Dende? Well, it's not like he's going to be hitting that hard anyway. So let's just go in with Vegito Blue. I don't know how many potential system buffs this Gotenks has, but seeing as how he got a crit, he probably has a decent amount. Am I going to get super attacks here? Oh, that damage though. Thankfully, Vegito Blue, I mean, he won't be able to tank the super attack, but he will take less damage than the others. So, I mean, taking a super attack head on isn't going to be the greatest thing, but at the very least, I won't lose. I hope anyway. Okay, there we go. Can we get what? Not even one more would have been enough there. 21,000. Okay, 63,000 there. And now Trunks in the last slot. Because why not? But we are going to get the ultimate attack here. And then I can go ahead and let's use the Emma. Is it trustworthy though? That is the question. Is 50%, you know, yeah, we'll be fine. 50% damage reduction. We have a 30% defensive increase from the pan as well. 240% defense. This is what I don't understand. Okay. I use, okay, it doesn't matter in the end because Trunks got the crit, but it's like 50% damage reduction, 240% defense in total because of the double Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks lead, a 30% defensive increase from the pan. It just seems kind of pointless. Okay, well, let's use this, and then honestly, just in case, I'm not taking the risk here because I can't even change the positions of the super attack. So it's like, yep, well, okay. Let's go for that, and then physical orbs are kind of there. They're starting to pile up. How much is the Gotenks going to hit for here? And this is easily one of the toughest Dokkan events in the game. So I'm curious to see how hard Gotenks, or not Gotenks, but how hard the LR Trunks can hit. Especially considering that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, without a crit or anything, is hit for 440k. Which is ridiculous. Again, that is what makes this event one of the toughest events in the game. Just because it has so much defense. And I'm going to get demolished here. And his Dokkan super attack is so much better in my opinion. Okay, 68k, there we go. Well, didn't struggle to tank during this stage. Okay, can put the Trunks here. Why you like this game? Well, looks like Trunks is going to leave the rotation for now. And then I can go ahead and grab these. Just hoping I don't get super attacked. But again, Vegito should be able to tank these hits without any issue. The issue is going to be the super attacks, but if I was to get super attacks, I would rather have Trunks tank the hit, but the issue is I didn't put the Trunks in the first slot because, well, I actually want to super attack him with him and show off why he is actually a pretty solid unit. But then again, you would kind of expect that from an LR. If he was bad for an LR, then it's just like, well, okay, it's not really worth going for him. Especially if you're free to play. I want to put that point across. And the amount of damage here. Okay, and this is where I'll get absolutely demolished by the super attack. So to answer the question, okay, if you're free to play and you have a minimal amount of stones, do not go for him because the likeliness of you pulling him are extremely low. There are better Dokkan units, but if you are essentially a whale, then by all means go for the LR Trunks. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Hope you guys have a wonderful day as always, and I will see you all in the next one.